No one succeeds alone. We have all benefited from mentors, from sponsors, from the warm hand that is willing to make that introduction. And I think as we continue to build a network of people invested in one another's success, we're collectively better equipped to make our profession better.
Analytical, deliberate, smart minds are what we need right now. Lawyers and legal education is the foundation for how we move forward economically and as humanity.
I'm going to sessions, I'm learning things, but then I'm also applying them, in my workspace. That's really it, right? I want to bridge the divide between sort of who I am and sort of who I could be.
And that requires community, it requires support, it requires a bit of vulnerability. And so I view the Associate Leadership Institute as a space for all of that. And I hope that that will have a profound impact on the future of the profession. The Associate Leadership Institute was a direct response to the qualitative research that we had conducted in the last few years of our diversity benchmarking report. There had been an obvious skill gap that was communicated to us both from the law firms that were seeking strategies to retain and advance their diverse lawyers, but also from the associates who were seeking substantive skill development at a critical juncture of their careers.
It brings together people from multiple firms in a very concrete period of time and focuses on the skills that we think that they need to be promoted to partner.
Oftentimes, attorneys of color are not even in the line of sight, right? And so this is an immediate sense to say, hey, get them in your line of sight. And what's great about it is that even the people who are not selected are still better off because of this process. And that's powerful.
I've only thought about my brand, the degree of my executive presence in relatively abstract ways. I think that being a part of this program helped me to kind of focus in on specific details regarding those things, exactly how I want to present myself, and the strategy that I want to employ in terms of creating my network, building my team, if you will, and getting a sense for the kinds of people who I want to have in my corner and the kind of people who I want to be able to draw from.
Through the Institute, I really want to expand my professional network of fellow diverse, motivated, accomplished lawyers in the city. I want to be able to put myself in challenging situations and feel really like I can succeed, feel like I've got this invisible army behind me.
There's an increased level of intentionality that I think maybe was at a lower level before I came in. And now I'm thinking about my career more strategically. I'm thinking about the people that I know and how I can leverage them more strategically. And I'm thinking about the decisions that I have to make and how they impact the overall trajectory of where I'm trying to go.
So they're interacting and building a strong network with their peers in the roundtable discussions. They're having moderated conversation and learning from industry thought leaders. And then they're having people like me come in and share our wisdom and knowledge. So it brings all of those dynamics, which I think makes it really unique and more likely that the information is going to stick.
The way that we diverse associates progress in firms is through active management of our careers. You cannot sit back and just hope that if you have these sort of general processes in place that everything will work out, because the statistics show that that's not the case. And so you have to be thoughtful about looking at your diverse associates and say, okay, what kinds of cases are they working on? What kinds of deals are they working on? Do they have mentors? Do they have people who are looking out for them within the organization? And being active and thinking actively about our progression. That's what ALI does, and I think that's what firms can and should be doing more in order to help retention and promotion of diverse associates.
Put your money and your effort and your time where your mouth is, because if you say this is important, here is a step, here is a procedure, here is a resource that can help you on the goal and vision that you have for your law firm. You see a lot of the pieces in different places, but City Bar has really encapsulated all of them together in one area to provide success.
I think the fact that my firm is heavily involved in and supportive of this program speaks volumes to me in terms of A, their commitment to diversity, but B, also their commitment to me as a diverse associate. Recognizing the fact that I work for a firm that's going to support me and going to put resources behind me and going to allow me to devote time out of my day and time away from my billable hours to develop, I think is exceptionally important, because I intend to gain as much as possible and gain as much as I give in terms of my work, and I think that that's the only way to successfully build a career.
By developing their skills and doing it in a genuine and authentic way, it's going to make them better lawyers, stronger leaders, which will make the profession as a whole even more equipped to serve the clients that we need to.
The legal profession has made great strides in embracing underrepresented groups, but there's still a very long way to go. And so for the city bar to constantly be pushing that forward is something that I appreciate as a lawyer who wants the profession to continue to be as noble as it should be.
If you can get through your day and not be able to identify one person whose career you helped or impacted, or one person who you provided opportunity for, you're doing it wrong. And soon that mindset is going to be obsolete. So I think the challenge is getting everybody on board, but I think we're going to catch up to them faster than we think. And I hope that those mindsets will change.